All right. Hey guys, we're on the Forge Guard today. I'm going to chat to you very quickly about segmentation because I've made this video 10 times and I need to go to bed. Actually, I need to do the dishes because we had pork tacos and ribs and it was fucking delicious, but messy. It was very messy. So I got to go do that pretty soon. But so we're going to keep it quick. I think that's going to be better for you guys. If you have follow up questions, let me know. And we can dig into it afterwards. But essentially, I'm going to talk about the mid-season survey they put out. I put out a reply to it, just saying I think there's more they can do with player segmentation. 70,000 people replied. Goddamn, we're in an arena. It is what it is. And 70,000 people is so much data. That's so many data points. You need to to break it down at that point because if you value everyone's opinion equally, you're in big doo doo because you're probably not listening to the right things. I mean, that's just putting it simply. So, what are some things they could do? Two easy things they could do, honestly, are to segment by um, hours played and to segment by the average corruption people like to grind at. And if they have that internal tracking data that links up to their Steam forums, great. But I don't know that they do. And so I'm just throwing this out there to give them some ideas and give you guys some ideas too. If you're thinking about segmenting your player base or just want to give more thoughtful feedback, as a gamer for a game you love. Um, and the reason I'm choosing these two things is because if we look at someone like myself, oh lordy, let's throw that banner on. I've got 70 hours in this game, brand new to the space. Everything's looking good. A million more things I haven't done than I have done. So I don't need to worry about being bored, right? But if I've played this game for 1,000 hours, I might need to be um, a little more entertained by some of these end game mechanics and these player loops that I've gone through hundreds of times at this point, right? And my feedback is going to be very different to try and accomplish a satisfactory player loop for myself versus, or for someone at 1,000 hours versus myself. So understanding that you need to break down your player base in that way is very important because it all comes down to the dollary dues at the end of the day. And I know people hate to hear that, but if you want a game to have a long and successful career, you got to keep the lights on, and you don't just have to listen to the people that are paying you now. Ideally, you take them on a journey where they can grow up into the 1,000-hour player group of the game, and hopefully that is likely to increase their likelihood of contributing more financially to you, to saying thank you very much. You have a good game and you have incentives that I'm interested in, and I will happily pay a little more to keep the lights on. What do we got here? Let's just look at this real quick. I'm looking for. That's not it. That's not it. I'm looking for the idol so I can cast Smite on my throw, because that's going to turn this build upside down. Oh, come on, baby. Oh! Is that the max, too? No, 9 is the max. That is literally what we've been farming for all day, though. That is so sick. We don't need the echo. Stun on throwing. That's a lot of stun on throwing. Yeah, that's my first one. Oh, that's so sick. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to. Anyways, what are you talking about? I'm so fucking stoked. Damn, dude. Why does it got to give me a curveball like that? Yeah, segmentation. That's what they should be shooting for. Okay, put the goddamn. Take your hands off the mouse. That's what they should be looking for. That's what we need to see because they need to understand what is noise and what is the player group that they want to target. We move up the ladder of investment. We become more invested. We become more likely to purchase. I'm going to do a follow-up video this week on types of rewards that are satisfying for players. Look, fuck battle passes. I mean, I'll be the first to say it, but I worked on Ubisoft's first battle pass, which was actually for Honor. It was worked really like almost at the same time as Rainbow Six, but I'm pretty sure we got ours out first. So I think we were the first. But regardless of battle pass or not, what I want to actually talk to you guys about and tell you guys about and get your opinions on too is what is a good reward, what is something you grind for, and what is something you just don't care about. Um, and I can't talk too much more about it because I'll spoil it. So we're going to talk about that later. But just surveying this group, right? You want to understand these buckets. And I don't think you should take 70,000 responses and throw them all together and look at them and go, well, the people say this, right? Because uh, I've seen it so many times. There's a lot of people that make a lot of noise that don't do anything for your game and they don't spend a lot on your game. And they're just strongly opinionated, right? They just need an outlet. They're frustrated. Maybe they're not good at the game. Maybe they are maybe your game doesn't have enough resources to teach them and they hit a brick wall and they can't articulate their frustration, or you haven't worked on it and maybe they're totally justified. It doesn't really matter, right? You need to break it down so that when you look at those buckets the patterns emerge and you actually know what to address. And that's the video. That's pretty simple. Let me know if you guys want to know more about my thoughts about your questions around how better to survey this group, where you think you fit in the landscape, and what you think the major concerns are for yourself. So if you could state your hours, your average monolith corruption, and your major pain points or concerns for staying invested in the future in the comments, shoot, we could get somewhere with that. End goal for this channel, I'm going to be really straight up with you guys. I want to make us both some money. I would like to have a large fan base. I would like to have a lot of invested players, and I'd like to be able to go to companies and say, hey, I can do a research study for you in a month, negotiate a compensation package per response for everyone who fills it out. And I'm going to screen the shit out of you guys, and I'm going to ask for Steam screenshots so you don't, scam it and pretend you played 4,000 hours of who cares, Animal Crossing, and you really didn't. So I'm going to have to figure out some form of validation. But essentially, I'd like us all to hang out and make some money together, and make games we care about better. And that's it, man. I think that's the goal. And outside of that, I just want to teach you about research and teach you how to give better feedback for the games you love and how to collect better feedback for things you're working on. It doesn't have to be video games. It could be anything. Just be critical and take yourself out of the equation, understand who you are, and look at the bigger picture, because that sort of stuff changes your life when you can do that. So still working on it every day. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next one later this week, and all the best.